Greetings to all. Welcome to Future Officers Academy. Today we are going to see the daily current affairs of July 4th. So today we are going to discuss the topics of spike in pollution levels may rise death rates in cities with cleaner air, which comes under GS3 paper under the topic of environment. And our next topic is Smart Cities Mission period extended till March 2025, which comes under GS2 paper under governance. So next our topic is spiral galaxies evolved 4 billion years sooner than expected, which comes under GS3 paper science and technology. Next our topic is about till Russia do as part NATO at 75 and enduring alliance, which comes under GS2 international relations. Next our topic is Fort Vachiraprakan. So it is we have to know about this news under a location. Our next topic is about factory accident, a pointer to rusty inspection reform, which comes under GS2 and as well as GS3 governance and disaster management. So finally we'll see the mapping, the important national highways in India. So these are all the topics we are going to discuss today. Our first topic is spike in pollution levels may rise death rates in cities with cleaner air. Here, a multi-city analysis in India published in Lancet Planet Health. Lancet Planet Health reveals that spikes in air pollution in cities with cleaner air like Bengaluru can rise death rates more than in heavily polluted cities like Delhi. The study highlights significant health risk even at the lower PM 2.5 levels. Now we have to know about this report. Scientists analyzed pollution and death registry data from 10 cities such as Ahmedabad, Bangalore, Chennai, Delhi, Hyderabad, Kolkata, Mumbai, Pune, Shimla and Varanasi. Nearly 30,000 deaths or 7.2 of annual deaths in these cities were due to short-term PM 2.5 exposure. From air pollution, Delhi had 12,000 deaths per year and Shimla had the lowest at 59 deaths per year 2008 to 2019. High population cities still show a greater fraction of annual deaths due to air pollution. Delhi, we have 11.5 percentage of annual deaths attributed to air pollution. In Bangalore, we have 4.8 percentage of annual deaths to this air pollution. Here, Bengaluru residents had 30 percentage of the daily air pollution exposure compared to the Delhi residents. Mortality risk rose quickly at lower PM 2.5 levels but plateaued at higher levels. Mortality risk was very high, 2.65% even on days with PM 2.5 levels below India's national air quality standard of 60 micrograms per cubic meter. Here, the Lancet Planetary Health says that it is an open access journal that seeks to be the preeminent journal for inquiring into sustainable human civilizations in the Anthropocene. The journal publishes on subjects broadly encompassing sustainable development SDGs and global environment change. Now with this we have to discuss about the previous question which was related to this. Our question is, which of the following are the reasons or factors for exposure to benzene pollution? So they gave automobile exhaust, tobacco smoke, wood burning, using varnished wooden furniture, using products made of polyurethane. So here the answer is A. Here benzene, that is C6H6, is a colorless flammable liquid with a sweet odor. It evaporates quickly when exposed to air. Benzene is formed from natural processes such as volcanoes and forest fires, but most of the exposure to benzene results from the human activities. So the main source of benzene population in the environment include automobile exhaust, industrial sources, tobacco smoke, wood burning, and fuel evaporation from gasoline filling stations. Hence, the first, second, and three are correct. Some industries use benzene to make other chemicals that are used to make plastic, furniture, etc. They are not direct source of benzene pollution. Hence 4 and 5 are not correct. So now we'll move on to the next topic. Our next topic is about Smart Cities Mission period extended till 2025. The Indian government has extended the Smart Cities Mission until March 31st, 2025 to allow the completion of remaining project. It was launched in 2015. The mission aims to develop 100 cities with over 90% of projects already completed. Now we have to know about Smart Cities Mission. The Smart Cities Mission was launched in June 2015. The Smart Cities Mission, that is SCM, aims to develop 100 cities in India into smart cities through an area-based development plan. The six fundamental principles on which the concept of smart cities are based. The six fundamental principles under smart cities missions are: the first one is smart mobility. Next, smart people. Next, smart living. And fourth, smart economy. And fifth, smart government. And sixth, smart environment. So these are the basic six fundamental principles comes under smart cities mission. Under smart mobility, it says that the mixed model access, clean and motorized option, and integrated, all those things comes under smart mobility. Under the smart people, 21st century education, inclusive society, and embrace creativity, these all comes under smart people. And in smart living, we could able to see that cultural, vibrant, and happy, and safe, healthy. In smart economy, it says about entrepreneurship and innovation, and also the productivity, also the local and global interconnections. In smart government, it says about enabling supply and demand side policy, transparency and open data, also ICT and e-governance. In smart environment, we could find green buildings, green energy, and green urban planning. So these are the basic six fundamentals and their elaboration. Next, 100 cities were selected through a competitive process to become model areas expected to influence surrounding regions positively. The projects, over 8,000 multi-sectoral projects, are being developed under the mission with a total investment of around rupees 1.6 lakh crore. Now the progress is, as of July, more than large projects have been covered and 90% of the total have been completed, amounting to more than a lakh crore. Now remaining projects are 830 projects worth of 19,926 crore are in advanced stages of completion. The funding has been seen. The mission has budget of 48,000 crore with a 46,584 crore, 97% already released, and 93% have been utilized. The extension of this project is the mission period has been extended until March 31, 2025 to allow for the completion of the remaining projects without additional cost. So that's all from this topic. Our next topic is about spiral galaxies evolved 4 billion years sooner than expected. Here, a recent study by astronomers from the University of Missouri, published the Astrophysical Journal Letters, has discovered an unexpectedly high number of spiral galaxies in the early universe. This finding challenges previous beliefs about galaxy formation timelines and suggests that spiral galaxies formed earlier than previously thought. Now, what is the universe age and galaxy types? So, the universe is about 13.8 billion years old and hosts various kinds of galaxies from spiral to elliptical. Astronomers believed spiral galaxies formed about 6 billion years ago, but the new study calls this into question. Younger galaxies tend to spiral, while older ones have variety of shapes, making the study of older galaxies more challenging due to fainter light. Now, the formation and evolution of galaxies. Initial universe state, that is, the universe cooled from a dense plasma. It is formed hot gas clumps that become galaxies. Early galaxies were irregular and lacked disk over billions of years. They cooled and formed spiral arms. The new insight is the cooling and spiral formation may have occurred simultaneously. What are the research methods and technology found here? First, detecting the early galaxies utilized infrared and optical wavelengths. Next, by using James Webb Space Telescope, enable deeper observation into the universe past. Next, the study sample says that it examined 873 galaxies and identified at least 216 spiral galaxies dating to 1.5 million years after a Big Bang. Next, the researchers manually classified each galaxy image as spiral and non-spiral. The spiral galaxies are the type of galaxy characterized by their spiral structure. They are among the most common types of galaxies in the universe. Our own Milky Way is a classic example of spiral galaxy. Now, what are the key characteristics of it? The first one is central bulge. The central bulge is a dense spherical structure at the center composed mainly of old stars. Next is the disk. It surrounds the bulge is a flat rotating disk of stars, gas and dust. The disk contains younger stars and spiral arms. Next, the spiral arms. These are the defining features winding outward from the central bulge. The arms are sites of active star formation and appear brighter due to the presence of young hot stars. Next, halo. A roughly spherical region surrounding the disk containing old stars and globular clusters. So these are all some of the key characteristics. Things, their formation and evolutions. Spiral galaxies are thought to form from the gravitational collapse of gas and dust in the early universe. They maintain their structure through the rotation of disk and the gravitational influence of the central bulge and the halo. Interactions and mergers with other galaxies can distort or destroy their spiral structure potential, transforming them into an elliptical galaxies. So that's all from this topic. Our next topic is about till Russia do as part of NATO at 75 and enduring alliance. Here, celebrating its 75th anniversary in 2024, NATO reflects on its legacy while addressing modern threats like terrorism and cyber attacks. Its adaptability ensures continued relevance and strategic importance in the evolving landscape of global security and geopolitics. Now, how it has been established, we have to see all those things about the NATO. Now, the NATO formation, it was established on April 4, 1949 as the Atlantic Alliance with 12 founding members including US, Canada, UK, France and several European countries. The founding members of NATO are originally we have 12 founding members of NATO were Belgium, Canada, Denmark, France, Iceland, Italy, Luxembourg, the Netherlands, Norway, Portugal, the United Kingdom and the United States. Now how it have been expanded? Its expansion is NATO has expanded since its founding with the new member countries joining in multiple rounds. The alliance currently consists of 32 member countries. Now, what is the purpose of it? It aimed to deter Soviet expansion during the Cold War. The historical context is created in response to Soviet threat posed in World War II, such as the Berlin blockade and communist corps in Eastern Europe. Now, what are the key developments of this? The key developments are: first, Berlin blockade. Stalin blockade of Berlin in 1948 led to Berlin airlift, a significant moment in NATO's early history. NATO has grown to 31 members of 2023. In 1954, Soviet Foreign Minister Molotov suggests the Soviet Union apply for NATO membership, a move reflecting the tense of Cold War dynamics. Now, NATO during the Cold War, how it have been during those days. First, Dwight D. Eisenhower leadership as NATO Supreme Commander highlighted the transition from the World War II alliance to Cold War defense strategies. NATO and CIA established clandestine networks like Gladio network to counter Soviet influence in Europe. It is in during the starting of during the Cold War. Next, in post-Cold War and modern era, the adaptation of NATO has adapted to post-Cold War realities, addressing new security challenges such as terrorism and cyber threats. The alliance faced criticism for its role in Afghanistan but gained renewed relevance with the recent Russian aggression. NATO's strategy has been characterized by unprecedented levels of integration and transparency among its members. Now, what is the contrast with this pre NATO alliance? Unlike earlier alliances based on opportunism and mutual suspicion, NATO members have sought deeper cooperation and openness. Now, what are the current relevance? Now we have 75th anniversary celebrated 75 years of 2024, reflecting on its legacy and ongoing strategic importance. It continues to adapt to contemporary security threats, ensuring its relevance in global geopolitics. Now, what are the various concerns seen related to NATO? The concerns are unrestrained offensive, also the misadventures in Eastern Europe, Middle East, and Asian countries, also provoking Russia-Ukraine war, maintaining Western hegemony, unwarranted expansion, capitalization, the threat posted in the Indo-Pacific. So these are all the concerns seen under NATO functioning. NATO remains the long-lasting military alliance in history, marked by its evolution from a Cold War deterrent to a multifaceted security organization addressing diverse global challenges. So that's all from this topic. Our next topic is about Fort Vachriprakan. Here, the Indian Army contingent departed to take part in India-Thailand joint military exercise Maitri. It is the 13th edition of India Thailand Joint Military Exercise Maitri. The exercise is scheduled to be conducted from 1st to 15th July 2024 at Fort Vachiraprakan in Tak province of Thailand. The last edition of the same exercise was conducted at Umroi, Meghalaya in September 2019. The Indian Army contingent comprising 76 personnel is represented mainly by the Battalion of the Ladakh Scouts and personnel from other arms and services. It's aimed to foster military cooperation between India and Thailand. The exercise will enhance combined capabilities in executing joint counter insurgency terrorist operations in jungle and urban environments under Chapter 7 of the United Nations Charter. The exercise will focus on high degree of physical fitness, joint planning, and joint tactical drills. Tactical drills to be practiced during the exercise will include creation of a joint operation center, establishing an intelligence and surveillance center employed of drones and counter drone counter drone systems, securing of landing sites, small team insertion and excavation, special heliborne operations, cordon and search operations, room intervention drills, and demolition of illegal structures. The exercise will facilitate development of interoperability, bohemy, and camaraderie between soldiers of both countries. So that's all from this topic. Our next is editorial analysis. Under the editorial analysis, we are going to see the topic of factory accidents appointed to rustry inspection reform. It comes under GS2 paper governance, government policies issuing arising out of their design and implementation. Also in GS3 paper, disaster management. Here, the article discusses recurring industrial accidents in India, citing inadequate safety measures, poor inspection rates, and regulatory failures. It calls for urgent reforms to strengthen industrial safety governance and ensure accountability. Under the industrial and chemical disaster, it is defined as the release or spill of toxic chemical that results in an abrupt and serious disruption of the functioning of a society, causing widespread human, material, or environmental loss that exceeded the ability of the affected society to cope using only its own resources. And in present scenario in India, recent incidents such as Dombivli MIDC chemical factory explosion highlight the recurring nature of these accidents and their devastating impact on lives and infrastructure. Similar incidents were reported in 2016, 18, 20, and 2023, raising concerns about persistent risk in industrial sector. India continues to witness frequent fatal industrial accidents, often due to non-compliance with safety regulations, inadequate inspections, and compromised safety practices. There is a significant disparity between the number of registered factories and the inspection rates across states like Maharashtra, Gujarat, and Tamil Nadu. The inadequate relocation effects are despite a decision in 2022 to relocate 156 chemical factories from Dombivli MIDC to Patalangana, no action was taken exhibiting safety risk. The unregistered status of factories boiler further underscored regulatory failures and non-compliance with safety standards. To overcome this all, we have to be enhanced regulatory oversight by strengthening and strictly enforcing safety regulations and standards across all industries. Regular updates to ensure regulations are comprehensive, up to date with technological advancements and aligned with international best practice. Improving inspection and compliance is one of the best way, also by promoting safety culture by encouraging a proactive safety culture with industries through training awareness programs and incentives for compliance. So these are all some of the things. Next, what are the key factors contributing to industrial accidents? The key factors we have to know about this, such as inadequate regulation and monitoring, lack of comprehensive chemical risk database, insufficient worker training awareness, poor investment in worker safety, and lack of maintenance. These are all the key factors for major accidents. Now, what are the major industrial disasters seen in India in the past? The first, India has long history of industrial accidents with over 130 significant chemical mishaps reported recently. At first, we could see Bhopal gas tragedy, which took place in 1984. The word industrial disaster, even a gas leak from a pesticide plant, killed over 3,700 people and injured many more. Next is Chasnala mining disaster. It took place in 1975. So an explosion in a coal mine caused by methane gas and a subsequent mine collapse led to deaths around 700 people. Next is Jaipur oil depot fire in 2009. A fire at an oil storage facility resulted in 12 deaths and evacuation of over 500,000 people. The lack of proper disaster management plan was a major issue here. The next is Korba chimney collapse, which was held in same year 2009. A chimney under construction collapsed due to poor construction practice, killing 45 workers. Next is Mayapuri radiological incident, which was held in 2010. Here, the workers unknowingly dismantled a radioactive research irradiator in a scrap yard, exposing themselves and others to radiation. Next is Bombay docks explosion, which took place in 1944. A cargo ship carrying explosives exploded in Mumbai harbor, killing around 800 people and causing widespread damages. Now, what are the legal safeguards against this chemical and industrial disasters? First, in international, we could see that Sendai Framework for Disaster Risk Reduction 2015 to 2030. Next, UN Convention on Transboundary Effects of Industrial Accident 1992. It provides a legal framework international cooperation on preventing and responding to industrial accidents. And next, OECD program on chemical accidents. Next, flexible framework for accident prevention and preparedness. So these are some of the legal safeguards seen internationally. In India, we could find the Bhopal Gas Leak Processing of Claims Act 1985. Next, the Environment Protection Act 1986, that is EPA. Next, the Public Liability Insurance Act 1991, PLIA. Next, the National Environment Appellate Authority Act 1997, the Hazardous Waste Management, Handling and Transboundary Movement Rules 1989. So these are all some of the legal safeguards against accidents seen in India. So that's all from this topic. Now we are going to see the important national highways in India under the topic of mapping. According to the Ministry of Roads, Transport and Highways, there are 599 national highways in India. Over a period of time, the numbering of national highways in India has been renewed. The ministry has released details of national highways in the country on its official website. The national highways are a network of trunk roads owned by the Ministry of Road Transport and Highways. It constructed and managed by the National Highway Authority of India, the National Highways and Infrastructure Development Corporation Limited, and the Public Work Department of state government. The national highways, as of March 2021, the national highways constituted 2.7% of India's total road network but carried about 40% of road traffic as of 2013. The longest national highway is NH44, which runs between Srinagar in Jammu and Kashmir and Kanyakumari in Tamil Nadu. So, the shortest national highway is NH766EE, which spans 4.27 km from Hetikeri to Belikeri port in Karnataka. The Leh and Manali highway connecting Leh in Ladakh to Manali in Himachal Pradesh is the world's second highest altitude motorable highway. The first national highway in India was the old NH1. It linked the national capital Delhi to Attari in Punjab. The longest national highway in the India. On 28 April 2010, the Ministry of Road Transport and Highways officially published a new numbering system for the national highways network. The National Highways Authority of India, that is NHAI, it was set up under the NHAI Act 1988. It is under the administrative control of the Ministry of Road and Transport Highways. It has been entrusted with National Highways Development Project along with other minor projects from development, maintenance and management. National Highways Development Project is a project of upgrade, rehabilitable and wide. It has completed construction of 3,979 km of national highways financial year of 2019 to 20. Bharatmala Pariyojana is an umbrella program for the highways sector that focuses on optimizing efficiency of freight and passenger movement across the country by bridging critical infrastructure gaps through effective interventions. The effective interventions include development of economic corridors, inter-corridors, feeder routes, national corridor efficiency improvement, border and international connectivity roads, coastal and port connectivity roads, and greenfield expressways. So, we'll continue this important nation highways topics in our next current affairs videos. So, that's all from today. To read this document, you can visit our website. Our website link have been provided in the description to get more daily current affairs videos for our YouTube channel, also our Telegram channel. Thank you.